I really can't help it anymore. I'm just feeling broken every time I'm at home. And, it's already been almost a month. And, you know, I understand how ugly that incident was. But, I mean, it's like, there's certain things of the obvious that can just be worked out like in no time. But then it's like everything has just happened all like, you know, just when everything I thought was gonna go smooth, you know, and I know I've been feeling like shit every time I'm in that dump. But since that whole incident, it's just, I mean, I'm somebody that's just really willing to help around the house. But look what I said before. Everything that I've done, around the house, even with all the hard work, it's like just produces, no rewards for me. The only reward I'm getting is this. Now all of a sudden everything is just feeling different, and I feel more of a disconnect. And I'm at the point now where it's like I really, really, really just want to move out. I really, really, really just want my own place, but I can't. I mean, I even had to tell some of my family members about, like, you know the whole ugly incident and the aftermath of it, and it's like they just don't want to listen to me. I mean, I'm not saying they're not. I know they heard me. I know they listen, but it's like, they got their own problems themselves, and I understand, that they got to deal with their own stress. They got to deal with their own problems. So that being said, I mean, as you look in this title of this video right here, I can only help myself. Nobody can help me anymore. Nobody. Some of my friends, Eugene just told me right now that his advice and some of his other friends' advice are just not helping me overcome some of my problems and all these negative feelings that I've been feeling every single day. I mean, he's not the only one. They got Part Jory telling me the same shit. They got Angeli telling me the same shit. They got Lovely Mel telling me the same thing, and a lot of people. Why else are all these guys like Julio, Robbie, Dewey, Andrew, Tristan? Why else are a lot of these guys, all my ex-close friends, fed up with me? I mean, there's just no point. And look, I'm not knocking anyone. Like, I've said this many times on my Facebook before. It's not that I don't listen. There's a major difference between listening and applying when it comes to advices. I'm not saying I don't listen. Yes, I listen. However, that's the applying part is different. If I mean, I can listen to any advice I'm being given, but the applying part, that's where I get really selective. And I'll be willing to admit that. I get really, really selective. And it just depends on the situation that I'm going through. And a lot of my situations have been ongoing and have been tough, and people just act like they're not hard to solve. Well, not everybody's built the same, you know. Not everybody. Not everybody has the same mentality as, those people who have a stronger mentality and are able to easily just, overcome things and just not let anything get to them and all that. Not everybody is built like that to their level of having a strong mentality. I'm one of those people that, it's like saying, hey, there's some NBA players that have a very strong offense, but defensively they're just a major liability. I'll give you a few perfect examples. Luka, amazing offensive player, but a major liability on defense. Steph Curry, one of the best 3-point shooters of all time. and his defense is not that good. He's also a liability on defense. Dame, major clutch time shooter, one of the best 3-point shooters as well. Also a major liability on defense. I'm in that category with those guys. Okay, that's me. My offense is very strong. How I plan things, the fact that I express uniqueness on my art talent. Um, you know, just doing things like out of the ordinary, to make people surprised and impressed at what I do, right? How I deliver, even when comes to outdoor adventures, just the way I have fun. I got a strong passion for, stuff like that. But on certain situations, and especially when I'm facing adversity like this right now, that's where my defense is being exposed. You know, the fact that my defense is just a major liability, and it has been. It has showed. That's why guys like Eugene have said it, that their advices are just not helping me. And no matter what they do, they try to get me to be a better person. And I can only tell you how that can be solved. Leaving that dump. Hell, even my therapist is struggling to understand, why I'm still acting like this and all that. You know what I'm saying? And right now, and speaking of therapy, man. So I'm able to get a hold of one of the billing team members, and that guy, I spoke to him before last year, and as in regards to the follow up, he told me that this whole reprocessing can take at least 6 to 8 months now. When the last time I was being told, it was like what only like 3 months or so. But now it's just taking longer, and I gotta even talk. I need to just update my therapist on this, because it's still gonna be a while since since we're gonna have any of these therapy sessions. So that's another problem in itself. On top of the fact that I can't be able to move out because everything is expensive when you're in California, and of course the family moving plans. It's just like all problems left and right. And right now, my defense is still a major liability. That's why all these guys, I feel bad for them, all of them, to see me just go off like this and pissing off guys like Eugene and Russ and Carlos. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I'm still broken. And even if Julio told me about, just owning up to my mistakes, my failures, and just start taking accountability. I mean, I can do all that, and nothing's still gonna change in my life for the better, even if I were to look at things in a positive light. You know why? Because I still can't be able to gain my own personal space. I can't, because I'm still in that dump, and everything is expensive in California, and I hate to stay put. That's the most concerning. So what's the point of just, having to do all that, and I'm still gonna feel like shit? So I better wait at the right time to be accountable, and to finally own up to all my shit when everything's finally starting to go right for me. Even slowly. Right now, nothing's going right. So what's the point? I mean, he's not wrong. I'm not knocking what Julio told me, but right now it's just not the right time, because I'm struggling to just find light in the tunnel, and I can't do it because I can't find my own personal space, because, like I said, and as everyone else said, it's so expensive out here in California, and I can't really do much. And my only hope is getting a new job, and that's still even a major struggle with what this job market is. So, I'm at the point where I just need to help myself, since nobody else can really help me. Not even my own family members can even help me at this point. They can hear what I say, they can listen to what I say, but at the end, Their problems are always bigger than mine. You know, they say it. Their problems always seem to be bigger than mine. And it's like I can tell my friends all this and that. I know some of them used to believe me, but now they just like instead now they're just all fed up. Like they don't want to hear from me. So I need to help myself. I can't be held. I just seem to can't be held by anyone at this point. I can only pray to God. He's my only help at this point. I need myself and I need God. That's it. Nobody else can help me. Nobody. So I need to figure things out on my own. And while I'm still out of social media, it's even being out of there, it still doesn't really, help me much with, how I've been feeling and, the fact that, I'm still struggling mentally with all these ongoing issues I have. And now it's like if some of my friends' advices aren't helping me enough, as Eugene has said it, as Jory and Lovely Mel and Mari has said it, right? It's like there's really no point for any of those guys to ever give me advice again. And I remember a classmate of mine, Kevin Ibanez, told me, it's best to just create your own advice. At this point, I'm agreeing with him. I think I even did a video on that. I don't remember if I ever did. I felt like I did. But yeah, it's just best for me to just create my own advice, see if that works. Things should just make me laugh and, anything to better my day, to just better my day, excuse me, on my own. So everything I'm doing is just, for my own benefit, for my own good. I need to help myself going forward. Nobody's going to help me anymore. Like every time I come home and I'm noticing things that are to my disliking since the whole ugly incident, it's like there's just no time for them to even hear from me. And, that's where I'm just so stressed out. Like I'm just having to constantly just, help around the house. Like me, I just washed a lot of dishes and, it's like there's just no time for that. There's just no time. We got a visitor coming this whole weekend. I just want to go out every single weekend as if like that's just the only way that's just like the only help, that's going to get me through, at the very least to just escape this darkness that I'm feeling. And if a lot of these friends are just fed up with me, I advise them to just say it. Hey Jay, I'm fed up with you. Then just block me. I know I blocked most of them last year around this time. They might as well do the same thing for me if they're really that fed up. Carlos is getting to that point. I'm pretty sure a boss, after having that first ever friction the last couple of weeks, I thought I was going to get to that. Unfortunately, it didn't get to that. But it seems like everybody's just fed up. Nathan too might start to feel fed up. And, everyone else is they just don't want any part of me at this point. They don't. Julio and Robbie are married. I mean, they got their own lives. They got problems of their own they need to deal with. They ain't gonna worry about a damn thing about me at this point. Even Andrew, even Tristan. I remember Julio used to ask me if I'm okay, if everything is okay. He ain't gonna ask me that anymore. He won't. He's done with me, and it just shows further proof from last Sunday on what he told me that he don't want to hear any of my bullshit no more. He used to ask me, "Is everything okay? Are you okay?" He ain't gonna ask me that no more. It's like, you see, I'm on my own now. I gotta help myself. Even got the days of Dewey that used to tell me that I'm a good friend and you're an excellent leader, the nut bar, this and that. Those days are gone too. Everything that just happened in the past is all history now, dude. They faded from me. All my ex-close friends. All of them. Even when Angel used to ask me to help her with some of her schoolworks. And can you get this done about this certain time? And those days are gone, dude. All those days of my ex-close friends, on certain routines and certain sayings. All of that is done and over with. You know what I'm saying? All that is over. And now I'm just on my own, dude. I need to help myself. Whatever happens, if there's a problem I gotta solve, I gotta figure it out by myself. Nobody's gonna help me no more. I need to help myself. I need to figure it out by myself. I need to create my own advice like Ibani has told me. It's getting to that point, as depressing as my life has already been. I need to help myself. I need to practice helping by myself and needing myself more than anyone else. The advice that I'm getting is just out of my own creation. No more friend advice. Nobody gonna give me advice anymore like that if they feel I'm never gonna listen to them. And for them it's justified. Okay? So I need to do everything by myself, and just going forward, just it's just that if I need help for certain people, that's for job hunting, and that's that. I already got the help that I need as far as like advancing my career, and we'll see where it takes me. Otherwise, all the other help that I'm needing is by myself. Praying to God, that's my own help. You know what I'm saying? So nobody gonna help me no more. I need to help myself. Point blank, period. I'm on my own. I'm on my own financially as well. So, if I get bruised somewhere, if I feel like I'm stuck in a hole in this hike, I'm gonna figure out how I can get out by myself. You know what I'm saying? Or if I'm in the water and I'm trying to get right back into the sand or on the rock with the strong tidal waves, I need to figure it out by myself too. That's where I'm at with my life now. I can't cry out for help except for myself. I need to do it on my own. At this point, nobody's gonna help me. Nobody but me. Remember that. Peace. Thank you for watching, everyone. Like, share, and subscribe.